goal of human life is to attain the prema. Prem, because after attaining the prem, you are 100% confirmed to go to the spiritual world. Like if somebody becomes an IS officer, he is 100% sure to become an officer in the government, collector, whatever it may be. But that is one part. After becoming IS or after becoming, IIT engineer, the second part is a practical part of his life, which is more important. So when you reach in a spiritual world because of the love of Lord, the later stages where you interact with the Lord are mentioned over here. Huh? That sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav hai. That prem turns into sneha, then it turns into man, then it turns into pranaya, rag, anurag, bhav, and mahabhav. All these stages come after the prema stage. Please read the translation, Mataji.
The basic aspects of prema, when gradually increasing to different stages, are affection, abhorrence, love, attachment, further attachment, ecstasy, and great ecstasy.
Purport. Please read the purport.
In the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 3.2.84, Sneha, affection, is described as follows. Sandraschitra kurvam prema sneha iti dyate shanashayapi neha syad vishlesasya sahisnuta. The aspect of prem in which the melting of the heart for the lover is concentrated is called sneha or affection. The symptom of such affection is that the lover cannot for a moment remain without the association of the beloved. A description of mana can be found in Madhya Lila chapter 2 verse 66. Similarly, a description of pranay is also there. As far as raga is concerned, the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 3.2.87 says, Sneha sa raga yena syat sukham dukkham api sputam tat sambandha lave api atra pitri prana vyayerapi. That stage at which affection for the beloved converts unhappiness into happiness is called raga or attachment. When one has such attachment for Krishna, he can give up his own life to satisfy his beloved Krishna. Anurag, Bhav, and Mahabhav are described in the sixth chapter of the Madhya Lila, verse 13. The purport to that verse explains Adhiruddha Mahabhav.
Okay, go further.
Text 179.
Yeah.
यायचे बीज ईशुरस गुडकंद सार सरकार सीत मिचरी उत्तम मिचरियार. The
Very nice
gradual
example is given over here about how the sugar cane, the gradual development of a prem may be compared with the different stages of sugar. First, there is a seed of the sugar cane, then sugar cane, and then the sugar cane extract juice is there. Juice is boiled, it becomes into liquid molasses, then solid molasses, the sugar, sugar candy, rock candy, and finally low cancer. So, read Mataji.
the I'll read it again, Prabhuji, the
Yes.
translation. The
Yes.
gradual development of prem may be compared to different states of sugar. First, there is a seed of the sugar cane, then sugar cane, and then the juice extracted from the cane. When this juice is boiled, it forms liquid molasses, then solid molasses, then sugar candy, rock candy, and finally lozenges.
So, this is the same as on when the love increases, it takes sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag, bhava, and mahabhava stages. Okay, read further.
Text 180. Ei sabh Krishna bhakti rase rasya vibhava tai bhave mile yadi vibhava anubhava. All these stages combined are called sthai bhava or continuous love of Godhead in devotional service. In addition to these stages, there are Vibhava and Anubhava.
So there are three bhavas mentioned over here: Sthayi bhav, Vibhava, and Anubhava. Please read, Mataji.
Attachment for Krishna never wanes. It increases more and more as one attains different stages. All the stages together are called Sthayi Bhav or continuous existence of ecstasy. The nine forms of devotional service are Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarnam, Path Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. When continuous love of Godhead is mixed with the process of devotional service, it is called Vibhava, Anubhava, Satvika, and Vyabhichari. The devotee thus enjoys a variety of transcendental bliss. In his Amrit Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur states that Anubhava can be divided into 13 categories: dancing, rolling on the ground, singing, yelling, jumping, making loud noises, yawning, heavy breathing, not caring for public opinion, discharging saliva, roaring, laughter, unsteadiness, and hiccuping. These are the
So
symptoms.
that Anubhava means try to uh, imitate the bhava which is coming inside, like by dancing, rolling, jumping, making loud sound, heavy breathing, not caring, discharging cell, roaring. These are Anubhava. Very nice.
Thus, the transcendental mellows are experienced in different stages. Similarly, there are many other forms of expression that has been analytically studied by the Goswamis. In the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Rupa Goswami gives each and every symptom a particular name.
Please go further.
Text 181. Satvika Vyabhichari Bhavera Milane Krishna Bhakti Rasahaya Amrita Asvadane.
Actually, we
When
should read, Mataji, we can read one line of this shloka, everybody. Actually, you repeat and then we'll repeat behind.
Yes, Prabhuji. Satvika Vyabhichari Bhavera Milane
सात्विका व्यभिचारी भावेर मिलन
Krishna Bhakti Rasahaya Amrita Asvadane.
कृष्ण भक्ति रस है अमृतास्वादन. Translation direct.
When the higher standard of ecstatic love is mixed with the symptoms of sattvic and vyabhichari, the devotee relishes the transcendental bliss of loving Krishna in a variety of nectarian tastes.
Okay.
Yai chedadi sitagrita maricha karpura
Yai chedadi sita grita maricha kapura
milane rasala hai amrita madhura.
मिलन रसाला है अमृत मधुर.
These tastes are like a combination of yogurt, sugar candy, ghee that is clarified butter, black pepper, and camphor, and are as palatable as sweet nectar.
Uh, Read this last shloka, then another person can read.
Yes.
Mataji, read this last.
भक्त भेदे रति भेद पंच पराकार
भक्त भेदी रति भेद पंच पराकार
शांत रति दास्य रति साख्या रति आर
शांत रति दास्य रति साख्य रति यार
वात्सल्य रति मधुर रति ए पंच विभेद
वात्सल्य रति मधुर रति यही पंच विभेद.
रति भेद कृष्ण भक्ति रसे पंच भेद.
Rati Bhedi Krishna Bhakti Rasa Pancha Bheda. It is the Rati, or what we call attachment Bheda, that differentiates between the five rasas which we have: Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Madhurya Rasas, Vatsarya Rasa, and Sakha Rasa. It is the Rati that differentiates all rasas. Please read.
According to the devotee, attachment falls within the five categories of Shantarati, Dasyarati, Sakyarati, Vatsalarati, and Madhurarati. These five categories arise from devotees' different attachments to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The transcendental mellows derived from devotional service are also of five varieties.
So, in all our classes, we have always mentioned that there are five rasas, main five rasas. And then there are seven gone rasas, uparasas. So there are in 12 rasas in which all the devotees in the spiritual world rasas. So we have to understand whatever we are speaking in the classes are speaking as from the Shastra. It is not what you say manufactured by saying. This is the same thing has been spoken by Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami 500 years back. And Mahaprabhu, being Lord himself, is giving the teachings. And that is what our Guru Parampara system, even today, is teaching as it is. Yes, please, Mataji, read.
Prabhuji, should I read the purport?
Yeah.
Shantarati is described in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 2.5, 16 to 18 as follows. Manasa nirvikalpatvam shame iti abhidiyate. When one is completely free from all doubts and material attachments, he attains the neutral position called Shanta. Vihaya Vishayo Mukhe Nijananda Stiriryata Atma na katyate soatra swabhava shama itiyaso Trayashama pradhanam nam mamata gandha varjita parama atmajataya krishne jata shantaratirmata. The Shantarati realization of Krishna is in the neutral stage between the conception of imperialism and personalism. This means that one is not very strongly attached to the personal feature of the Lord, and appreciation of the greatness of the Lord is called Shantarati. This is attachment not to the personal feature but to the impersonal feature. Generally, one in this stage is attached to the Paramatma feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां हृददेशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यंत्र आरूढ़ानि मायया. The Supreme Lord is
So,
situated
what
in
is the
every.
main significance in the Shantarasa, Mataji?
It is that they are not they are between impersonalism and personalism, and they are attached to the Paramatma feature of the Lord.
Paramatma feature, and they are, appreciation mode is there.
Yes.
Mataji, appreciation. Okay, please read further.
The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated on as on a machine made of the material energy. Bhagavad Gita 18.61. On the strength of this statement from the Bhagavad Gita, we can understand that in Shanta Rasa, a devotee sees the Lord's representation everywhere. Dasya Rati is explained in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 2.5.27 thus. Swasmat bhavanti ye nyunaste anugraharirmata आराध्य आत्वमिका तेषां रति प्रीतिर इतिरिता तत्र शक्ति क्रीडन यत्र प्रीति samharini hi aso. When the Supreme Lord in his localized aspect is appreciated and a great devotee understands his subordinate position, not only does he surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but due to his subordinate position, he wishes to render some service and thus become favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee in Shantarati is not very much willing to render service to the Lord, but a devotee in Dasyarati voluntarily wants to render service.
So, what is the
Due
difference between Shant and Dasya?
the Dasyarati mein you want to do service, and in the Shantarati you will just appreciate the Lord as
Yes.
Paramatma.
Yes. Please read further.
A devotee in Rati is not very much willing to render service to the Lord, but a devotee in Dasya Rati voluntarily wants to render service. Due to this attitude, the devotee in Dasya Rati realizes the Supreme Personality of Godhead more fully than the devotee in Shantarati. He considers the Lord to be a worshipable object, and this means that his attachment for the Lord increases. Thus, Dasya Rati is characterized as Bhakti Paresha Anubhavo Viraktir Anyatra Cha. Bhagavatam 11.2.42. In other words, on the Dasya Rati platform, a devotee is attached to rendering service to the Lord and he is detached from material activities. Shantarati is neither material nor spiritual, but Dasya Rati is actually on the spiritual platform. This is There is no attachment for material things on the spiritual platform. Viraktir anyatra cha. A devotee in Dasyarati has no attachment for anything but Krishna's service. Sakhya Rati is described in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 2.5.30 as follows. येषु मुकुन्दस्य ते साख्यया सतां मता साम्यद्विषम्ब्ररूपैसां रतिसाख्यम् इहोच्यते. According to the opinion of advanced devotees and learned scholars, a devotee in Sakhya Rati feels equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is a relationship in friendship. Due to having a friendly relationship with the Lord, not only is one free from material attachment, but one believes in equal dealings with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Sakhyarati. The Sakhyarati, the devotee is so advanced that he treats the Lord on an equal level and even exchanges joking words with him. Although one is never equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Sakhyarati devotee feels equal to the Lord and he does not feel guilty because of this. Usually, it is offensive to consider oneself equal to the Lord. The Mayavadis, for example, consider themselves equal to the Lord. But such feelings entail bereavement because they are material. Sakhyarati, however, is a feeling experienced in the mind by a pure devotee, and he is eternally related with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in that feeling. Vatsalya Rati is described as follows in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 2.5.33. Guravye Hare Rasya Te Pujya Iti Vishruta Anugrahamai Tesham Rati Vatsalyam Uchyate Idam Lalana Bhavyashi Books Parshanadi Krit. When a living entity is situated on the platform of Vatsalya Rati, he thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his childhood feature. In this feature, the Lord has to be protected by the devotee, and at this time, the devotee takes the position of being worshipped by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These feelings of parental love are called Vatsalya Rati. When the devotee is situated on this platform, he wants to maintain the Lord like a son, and he desires all good fortune for the Lord. He offers blessings to the Lord by touching his feet and head. Madhu, Madhura,
Madhurya Riti.
Madhurarati or attachment in conjugal love is described as follows. Mitho harera mriga aksyas cha sambogasyadi karanam madhurapara paryaya priyatakyo ditarati asyam kataksha brukshepa priyavani smitadaya. Madhura Rati, the conjugal relationship experienced between the Supreme Personality and the young damsels of Rajbhumi, continuously exists in 8 kinds of remembrances. This intimate relationship, brought about by conjugal love, produces movements of the eyebrows, glancing, sweet words, and exchanges of joking words.
So
Hare Krishna.
nicely, all the rasas are explained in the purport over here.
Yes,
Huh?
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so somebody else can now read from 185. Who has raised their hands? Renuka Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Please read, then afterwards Shashwat Mataji can start.
Prabhuji, from verse 185.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Shantadasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhurya Rasa Nama
Shantadasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhura Rasanama
Krishna Bhakti Rasa Madhya E Pancha Pradhana.
Krishna Bhakti Rasa Madhye Yehi Pancha Pradhana. Translation.
The chief transcendental mellows experienced with the Supreme Personality of Godhead are five: Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya.
Purport.
Shanta Bhakti Rasa is described in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu as follows: Vakshamaner Vibhav Diya Saminam Swadyatam Gataha Stai Shanti Ratir Dhire Shanta Bhakti Rasa Smrita. प्रायस्व सुखा जातीयम सुखम स्याद अत्र योगिनाम किंतिव आत्मा सौख्यम अघनाम घनम तव ईशमयम सुखम तत्र पीसा स्वरूपाणु भविष्यवो रुहेतुता दसादिवन मनो ज्ञात्व लीलाधर्न तथा मता. When Shanta Rati, neutral attraction, exists continuously and is mixed with ecstatic emotion, and when the devotee relishes that neutral position, it is called Shanta Bhakti Rasa. Shanta Bhakti Rasa, devotees generally relish the impersonal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since their taste of transcendental bliss is incomplete, it is called aghana or not concentrated. A comparison is made between ordinary milk and concentrated milk. When the same devotee goes beyond the impersonal and tastes the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his original form as Satchidananda Vigraha, his transcendental blissful body, complete in knowledge and eternity, the taste is called concentrated ghana, transcendental bliss. Sometimes the devotee in Shanta Rasa relish transcendental bliss after meeting the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but this is not comparable to the transcendental bliss relished by the devotees situated in Dasya Rasa, the transcendental mellow, in which one renders service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dasya Rasa or Dasya Bhakti Rasa is described in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu as follows: Atmochitter Vibhavadya Preetir Aswadinayatam Nita Chetasya Bhaktanam Preeti Bhakto Raso Mataha Anugrahi Yasya Dasatval Lalyatvad Api Ayam Dvida Didiyate Sambhrama Prito Gaurava Prita Iti Api. When, according to his desire, the living entity develops love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this beginning stage of love is called Dasya Bhakti Rasa. Dasya Bhakti Rasa is divided into two categories called Sambhrama Dasya and Gaurava Dasya. In Sambhrama Dasya, the devotee renders respectful service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in the more advanced Gaurava Dasya, the devotee feels he is receiving protection from the Lord. Sakhya Bhakti Rasa is described
So
as
there are
follows.
two Dasya Bhava, which are there: Sambhrama and
Gaurava Dasya.
Gaurava. Gaurava means you have an you have that advanced bhava that Lord is my protector and I am his servant and he will protect me always in all the situations. Hmm? That is Gaurava Dasya Bhava. And Sambhava is the beginning stage of the Dasya Bhava. Yes.
Sakhya, Sakhya Bhakti Rasa is described as follows in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Stai bhavo vibhavadya sakhyam atmochite riha nitaschitte satam pushtim rasa preyan udiryate. According to one's original consciousness, ecstatic emotions may be exhibited as continuously existing in fraternity. When this stage of Krishna consciousness is mature, it is called Preyo Rasa or Sakhya Bhakti Rasa. Vatsalya Bhakti Rasa is described in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu as follows: Vibhavadestu Vatsalyam Stai Pushtim Upagataha Esha Vatsalya Namatra Prokto Bhakti Raso Budhe When externally existing love of Godhead transforms into parental love and is mixed with corresponding emotions, that stage of spiritual existence is described by learned devotees as Vatsalya Bhakti Rasa. Madhura Bhakti Rasa is described in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu as follows: Atmochitter Vibhadeya Pushtim Nita Satam Hriday Madhurakyo Bhaved Bhakti Raso Asau Madhura Rati. If, in accordance with one's own natural development in Krishna consciousness, one attraction leans towards conjugal love within the heart, this is called attachment in conjugal love or madhurya rasa.
Okay. Further, Mataji, next shloka.
Hasyo adbhutas tatha vira
हास्य अद्भुतस्तथा वीरा
karuno rodra iti api
करुण रौद्र इति अपि
bhayana nakha sabibhatsa
भयानक स विभत्स
iti gaunascha saptada.
इति गौणश्च सप्तदा
Besides,
हास्याद्भुत तथा वीर. Please repeat this, Mataji, again.
हास्य अद्भुत तथा वीर करुण
हास्याद्भुत तथा वीर
करुणो रौद्र इति अपि
करुणो रौद्र इति अपि
भयानाखास बिभत्स
भयानक स विभत्स
इति गौणश्च सप्तदा.
इति गौणश्च सप्तधा. Very important shloka this. Yeah.
Besides the five direct mellows, there are seven indirect mellows known as laughter, wonder, chivalry, compassion, anger, disaster, and fear.
Yeah.
This verse is found in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 2.5.116.
Okay. Read further.
हास्याद्भुत वीर हास्याद्भुत वीर करुण रौद्र बिभत्स भया. Or should I break it up, Prabhuji?
Huh?
Or should I break up the verse? I'll
Yeah.
just
हास्य अद्भुत वीर करुणा
हास्याद्भुत वीर करुण
रौद्र विभत्स भया
भया रौद्र बिभत्स भया पंचविदा
पंचविधा
भक्ति
भक्ति गुण सप्त.
सप्तरस हया.
Okay,
In
read that
addition,
one.
In addition to the five direct mellows, there are seven indirect mellows known as laughter, wonder, chivalry, compassion, anger, disaster, and fear. Similarly, hasya, adbhuta, veera, karuna, rodra, bhaya, and vibhatsa. The seven indirect mellows are explained in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. The Hasya Bhakti Rasa, laughing devotion, is explained as follows. वक्ष्यमाणैर्विभादया पुष्टिं हासरतिर्गता हास्य भक्तो रसो नाम बुद्धिरेसा निगद्यते. When through devotional service, a laughter attachment to Krishna is developed, it is called Hasya Bhakti Rasa by learned scholars. Similarly,
Can
Adbhut
anybody remember the Hasya Bhakti Rasa? Any Lila of Hasya Bhakti Rasa? Any of her devotees? From the childhood pastimes of the Lord, anybody can remember?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, probably could be that Madhu Mangal has that chas in his mouth, and the Lord is taking it from his mouth, and then everybody
Yes,
is
yes. And
laughing.
if you know, one gopi wanted to take Krishna, and Krishna had taken the form of his,
Son, son.
son. And then he told that next time if you catch me, I'll take the form of your husband. Huh? Be very careful. And uh, Balramji is coming to liberate Mata, when Yashoda Mata had tied Lord Krishna in Damodar Lila. And you see that Balramji was very angry with Yashoda Mata. And then बोलते सभी अवतार मेरे ही घर में होते हैं क्या भाग यहाँ से you know and stealing of the butter and many other leelas are there where laughter is coming. They are joking sometime. Lord Krishna, they are playing in the forest with the childrens, They are playing with the other animals, and the joking is going on. These are all the Hasya Bhakti. Any other Leela anybody can remember of the
Prabhuji,
Hasya Bhakti?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, animals, that they used to imitate the voices of the animals in
Yes,
order
they used to voices of the animal, and at the same time, they used to communicate with each and everyone.
to.
Hmm?
Prabhuji breaking the butter pots of the gopis
Yes, baking, and
and
at
also stealing
Barsana,
their clothes, stealing
yes,
their vastras.
no, in Barsana, Lord was tied at that
Yeah,
Sakri
collecting
Khor,
tax. Collecting
collecting
tax.
Dan Ghati Sakri Khor,
Gandhati.
and Lord was tied by the choti,
Mm.
Yes.
and everybody was laughing.
Mm.
Uh, So these are all Hasya Leela. Okay. Read further, Madhavi.
Yes. Similarly, Adbhut Rasa is described in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Atmochitter Vibhadaya Sadhyatam Bhakta Chetasi Savismayaratir Nitat Bhuta Bhakti Raso Bhavet. When one's general attachment is fixed in wonder, it is called Adbhuta Bhakti Rasa. Veera
We have,
Bhakti.
you can know this in a Hasya Rati, there was one person who imitated Lord Krishna, and he said, I am Vasudev Krishna. Who was it?
Pundarik. Pundarik, Prabhuji.
No, no, not Pundalik.
Pundarik.
He imitated, his name is Pundarik only, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And then he came in the Sabha and he was showing his knuckly hand, and everybody in the Sabha started laughing.
He
And
said,
he
give
was
me the
said,
chakra.
yeah,
That
give me the
chakra
check.
belongs to me.
Yes.
Mhm.
So this is Hasya Rasa. Hmm? Okay. So now we can go
Name was
further.
Pondra, not Pondrik.
Ah,
Pondra.
Pondra, not Pondrik. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pondra.
sorry.
Yeah.
When one's general attachment is fixed in wonder, it is called Adbhuta Bhakti Rasa.
Mm.
Veera Bhakti Rasa is described as follows.
Adbhut Bhakti Rasa. Can anybody remember Adbhut Bhakti, what Lord Krishna had done? Adbhuta.
Prabhuji, Govardhan Hill ka lifting was one.
Yes, Adbhuta. Then drinking
Prabhuji,
of the fire.
All
yes,
the asuras that were killed by
yes,
the Lord.
Yes. Drinking of the fire,
fire.
Putana drinking the milk with the poison. It was Adbhuta. Huh?
Adbhuta. And Prabhuji also the Brahma Vimohan Lila, Adbhutam
Yes, it was very Adbhuta. Then stopping the time
time.
for the Ras
Prabhuji,
Leela.
Lord is only Adbhuta.
Huh?
Lord is only Adbhut.
Yes. So the
Whatever he
activities are
does is
so
Adbhut.
astonishing. When Vasudev wanted to see the Vaikuntha, and then
Yes.
Lord had taken them in the water and showed the Vaikuntha. And after that, they were speaking about all the Adbhut Leelas which Lord had done. Killing of all the asuras in the childhood with no weapon. Sometimes you use the hand, sometimes you use the finger, sometimes you use the body. Huh? Drinking, jumping in the poisonous water of
Yes.
Kalia, dancing on the hoods of Kalia is Adbhuta. It cannot be ordinary thing, all these things. Hmm? So this is Adbhuta Rasa. All this is
Adbhuta.
Adbhuta Rasa. Marrying all 16,108 huh? 108 wives at one time in one murat, and expanding all the mandapa. Vasudev and Devki were there. So this is Adbhuta.
Also,
Creating.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Also, when Naraji came to visit, he showed that what he was doing in every palace, he was doing
Yes,
something or the other. That was also Adbhut Rasa.
Adbhuta. Plus, he created the entire Dwarika Nagri in one night. He
Navan.
transferred everybody from Mathura to Dwarka in one night. He started fighting Jarasandh alone 17 times. Huh? And 18 times he took the name Ranchod because he left the huh, when he wanted to kill Kal Yavana, he was walking. Kal Yavana was running with his full force, and Lord was walking, and he was not able to catch. And here Lord is walking with full force, running with full force, and Yashoda Mata, who is old, she can catch. Huh? Nobody can tie the Lord, but Lord got tied and two finger shot. These are all Adbhut Leelas. Okay, read further.
Veera Bhakti Rasa is described as follows. Saivotsaharati stahi vibhavader nijochita aniyamana svadyatvam Veera Bhakti Raso bhavet
Yeah.
Yuddha dana daya dharmes chaturda Veera uchyate. When attachment to Krishna mixes with the bellicose tendency, the charitable tendency, or the merciful tendency in the heart of the devotee, such devotion is called Veera Bhakti Rasa.
Can
Karuna Bhakti
anybody can anybody tell about the Veer Bhakti Rasa which Lord had showed? Fighting with Jarasan?
Yes, I
7.
believe.
What
Bhishma
else?
Pitamaha also he won.
Bhishma Pitama fighting in the battlefield of Kurukshetra without any weapon. Huh? And
Who
he
then
was,
Harinyaksha and Lord in the Vaman Rupa.
yes,
Ramji with Ravan. Everything will
yes.
be
Reincarnations of Jay and Vijay.
And stealing of all Rukmani Devi was also Veer Rasa act, kidnapping
yes,
of Rukmani Devi and
yes,
fighting, right?
yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
And countering all the 7 bulls to
Nagnajit.
vary the Nagnajit. This is a Veer Rasa. And, uh, giving Bhagavad Gita to a defeated Arjuna in the battlefield and inspiring him to fight is also Veer Rasa. Inspired him, like Arjuna inspired Uttara when he was running away. Kshatriya Dharma. What else you can remember
It's
about the
Bhishma
Veer
Pitama.
Rasa of Lord? Yeah,
He,
Bhishma Pitama, battlefield, going
it,
to
the,
fight the Bhishma Pitama, breaking his own, vow that I will not fight, and took up the astra. That is also Veer Rasa, where everybody will be blaming the Lord that he has broken his vow. But to satisfy the words of Bhishma Pitama, he broke the vow. That is a Veer Rasa. Hmm?
Prabhuji, Bhaumasur or Vanasur something.
Yes, Bhaumasur also. Uh, how much to he liberated all the wives, the unmarried queens, 16,100 queens from Bhaumasur, who is the child of Mother Earth. He's a child of Vara Vara Dev. Hmm? He was given a role to be a Asura. He's a devotee son, and fighting with him, going with Satyabhama in Swarga and taking Parijat, Vriksha, and they are also fighting with Indra. Right? Any other incidents which you can remember? Fighting?
Vanasur, na, who had 1,000 arms.
Yeah, Vanasur. Because Shivji had blessed that you will get a perfect Yodha. You have taken a vow from me, and now you are, तुम्हारे पास इतना ego हो गया है कि, that nobody is coming to fight with me. You will get a perfect match. And to fulfill the wishes of Shivji, he fought with Shivji and the entire family. Ganesh ji was fighting, Kartika Dev was fighting, Shivji was fighting with the Lord. Very beautiful Leela, Veera Rasa Leela. Any other incidents of Veeras?
Robert killing of Kamsa.
Kansa, yes. Alone, going in the battlefield. You can see first that elephant, Kulapid,
Valyapid.
how he broke the, उनका जो दांत था वो तोड़ दिया. And then with that teeth only he killed everybody. Lord, alone in the battlefield, Mushtik Chanur, he killed him. and how the Kansa was pulled by the hair and he was killed in the arena. All this is coming in the Veera Rasa of the Lord.
Prabhuji,
And
all the asuras also, all the
Yeah, killing
asuras,
Suras. Yeah.
all the
killing of
asuras.
all the asuras. If you see Dhenukasur or Keshi, Lord put his hand inside the mouth of Keshi and he made it iron fist, killing Aghasura, killing Bakasura, huh? Trinavata, hmm? Shaktashura. Did any other asuras which name? In all the incarnation also you see. Hiranyakashipu, Veer Rasa, huh? Ravana in the Ram, Lila, Veer Rasa. These are all Veer Rasa.
Varadev.
Varadev and fighting with Hiranyaksh. Hmm? And after that, with one slap, he's killing the Hiranyaksh. Okay, read further, Mataji.
Karuna Bhakti Rasa is described as follows. Atmochitter vibhadeva ata pushtim satam rati bhavet shoktaratir bhakti rasohi karuna adibi. When one's devotional, Prabhuji, 1 minute, I'll just want to. When one's devotional attitude and attachment for Krishna is mixed with lamentation, it is called Karuna Bhakti Rasa. Similarly, Raudra Bhakti Rasa is described as
So in
follows.
Karuna Ras, so where you find Lord lamenting? When you see Uddhav was sent to specify gopis, that time Lord was lamenting. Oh, I have, I have promised them and I'm not able to go over there. Oh, Uddhava, please go and specify all these people, all the gopis over there. That time he was showing the lamenting ras. When Pandavas were killed in Lakshagraha, the so-called episode had happened, and the five Bhil died, and everybody was lamenting. At that time, Lord was also crying. Oh, my Pandava's friend have died. Hmm? And when Brahmaji had took all the cowherd boys, that time also in the hand, Lord was taking that rice and curd, and he's fighting. Oh, where are my, friends? Where are my friends? In Ram Lila, when Sita was stolen, Lord Ram was lamenting like anything. And he's asking the trees, he's asking the birds, he's asking everybody and crying, where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? Hmm? And seeing this, Parvati Mata gets confused. Huh? Is this Lord or what? Hmm? Any other incidents which you can remember about Lord lamenting?
Prabhuji, but Karuna should be this, it's compassion, no? Lamentation. They put it
Mixed
as
with lamentation, Karuna. Means
Karuna.
Karuna bhav. This is called Karuna bhav. Karuna आ जाता है, Karuna bhav.
Okay.
This is Karuna, means lamenting. Hmm? Mixed with lamentation. So we see sometimes Lord also lamenting for the devotees, right? All this what we have done. Any other you can say where Lord was lamenting?
For Hare Krishna, with
Yes.
Sudama also it was Daya Karuna.
Daya Karuna, seeing the status of position where walking, the Lord was, Sudama came walking barefoot and seeing all the, जितने कांटे लगे थे भगवान ने उनके पैर में, उनके पैर की स्थिति देख के, the Lord, when he was washing the feet, it is said, Lord, करुणा से उनके आंसू भी आ गए थे. He was
Prabhuji,
also crying.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna, Prabhuji. In
Yes.
Dwarka, he used to always lament for in the separation of the Vrajavasis.
Yes. In the night, he used to
Radharani.
call, "Hey Radharani,
Yes.
hey Gwal." He used to take the cows' names and this name. And all the Dwarka
जरा ना
Vasis,
एक ही दे दे
especially the queens, used to
बस
lament. He's saying,
Yes.
what हमने
एक ही दे
क्या
दी
कमी है हमारे प्रेम में? In the night, Lord is always calling out the names of the Vrindavan Vasis. And
Yes.
that's why they called Rohini Mata. That's why they
Yes.
called and they wanted to listen. What is that which we are not able to give? Then Rohini Mata called all the Dwarka wives and in one room with the condition that Lord Krishna and they should not come. And Subhadra was kept outside
Yeah.
to guard the door. And then all the Leelas were going inside. Hmm? And then Lord came in the form and heard, and he was standing with Subhadra Maya. And the born of Jagannath happened over there. Huh?
Yeah.
Jagannath
That
Dev
was
Prakat over there. He's listening to
Rasa
all the
Sattva, yeah, the Sattvic
and
Vikas.
yes.
Yes,
So
they
that Karuna
manifested.
Bhav of that
Yes.
Bhav was coming. And that's why Jagannath is very merciful in that Bhav. Hmm?
Yes. I think it was the greatest lamentation.
Yes. Similarly, read.
Similarly, Rodra Bhakti Rasa is described as follows. Nitta Krodha Rati Pushtim Vibhavadir Nijochitaha Riddhi Bhakta Janasyasau Rodra Bhakti Raso Bhavet. When devotion is mixed with anger in the heart of the devotee, this taste is called Rodra Bhakti Rasa.
Can anybody describe this where it is mixed with anger?
Hanumanji, Prabhuji. Hanumanji shows Rodra when he burns Lanka.
Yes, the burns Lanka, or you can say in the Damodar Lila also, Lord, mother put her on one side, right?
Yeah.
That time when she was going to, for the milk which was overflowing, she kept the Lord, and Lord became very angry, and he took with the anger the rod, and he broke the pot. That is also
Rodra.
Rodra
anger rasa.
Rodra.
Prabhuji,
In the
Shishupal, killing of Shishupal.
Shishupal, he was not angry actually. He was merciful on Shishupal.
Prabhuji,
Others were angry. Yeah.
Prabhuji, Bhishma Pitama.
Bhishma Pitama, he was angry on Bhishma Pitama. Yeah. He took that chakra and with the anger he was running there.
Incarnation is called Lord Nrsimhadev.
Huh?
Narsimhadev.
Lord Nrsimhadev.
Narsimhadev, yeah, we can say Narsimhadev because Lord was very angry on Hiranyakashipu because he tortured Prahlad Maharaj. Right?
Prabhuji, Lord Rama angry on the Samudra.
Yeah, Samudra. Yes, that is Samudra. That is also anger rasa.
Can we give example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was angry with Jagai Madai and he
Jagai
called for the
Madai. That
Sudarshan
also is
Chakra? It was a
anger.
Rauda
Yes,
root.
yes.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yes, very nice. Okay, read further.
Bhayanaka Bhakti Rasa is described as follows. Vikshamaner Bhavadeye Pushtim Bhayaratir Gata Bhayanaka Bhido Bhakti Rasodhai Rer Udirate. When devotion is mixed with fear, it is called Bhayanaka Bhakti Rasa.
Scan. Where had Lord shown the fear?
Damodar Lila.
Damodar Lila, very nice. When Lord is running, and he's crying, literally he's crying. Huh? Where else he showed the fear? He showed the fear in front of gopis also. He was not coming from Mathura because he had a fear that if we go back, he will not come back. Hmm? Any other fear, Leela? When Yashoda Mata used to say that how Bilal is going to come and catch you,
Yeah.
Lord used to run. Are how Bilal aayega, how Bilal aayega. and he used to hide in the mother's lap. Huh?
Yeah. Also, when the lions used to roar in the
For
night,
that time also he
he,
used to fear
he
and
would
go
come
inside the
hide in
mother's lap.
Mother Yashoda's. Though
Yes,
he
yes.
is Narsingadev himself, but this was one of the rasas he
He
depicted
wanted to have with mother. Huh?
mother. He wanted to have this rasa.
With mother, yes. Any other fear mixed with fear?
In Bhandir one, when it was thunder and clouds were thundering and lightning, he was afraid and cut hold of Nanda Baba that please, I am afraid, I am afraid.
Yes, 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 yes. So, to get protection from father and mother, he plays the role of fearing. Basically, in the childhood Lila, he shows that he is fearful. So, कहते हैं कि everybody fears from the Lord. Vayu bhayati. It says Vayu, Agni, all the devtas, they fear the control of the Lord. But the Lord fears Yashoda Mata. Okay, please read further.
Vibhatsa Bhakti Rasa is described as follows. Pushtim Nija Vibhagayel Jugub Sarati Ragata Asau Bhakti Rasodhirer Vibhatsakya Iti Rete. When one's attachment for Krishna develops in an abominable way and the devotee enjoys this is called Vibhatsa Bhakti Rasa.
What is in the abominable way? Means what? Parkiya bhav. In the Parkiya bhav. You know, Lord had Kutila, Jatila was kept.
Yes.
And then Abhimanyu was also there.
Yes.
And how this, Lord had created all these characters, especially to create this Vibhatsaras, Parkiya Bhavras.
So Parakiya is when he is a paramour.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
And
Yes.
Swakiya is when he is in Dwarka with the wives.
Yes. So the Parkiya is developed in abominable way, right?
Okay. So Parakiya means he's having this rasa with the gopis.
Yes.
Oh.
And it is more, when it is said, when you have this Parkiya Bhav, the remembrance is more of that
Prabhuji,
person.
what is Parkiya Bhav? We don't know.
Parkiya means you have an affair with some other person besides your husband. And actually you love them, but you don't love the husband. So this is called as Parkiya Ras, the highest rasa in the spiritual world, where gopis, they belong to Krishna, but they were married to, somebody else. And they were always thinking of Lord. So as for role, they were playing, but they were always in the heart for Krishna. And that is called as Vibhatsa Rasa. Okay? In conclusion.
In conclusion, when a pure devotee is situated in any of the 5 principal mellows, Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, or Madhurya, and that mellow is mixed with one or more of the 7 indirect bhakti rasas, Hasya, Adbhuta, Veera, Karuna, Rodra, Bhayanaka, or Bhibhatsa, the indirect mellows become prominent.
So we'll stop over here. It is already 9 o'clock. But I want, we'll have 10 minutes participation from all the people, fortunate people who are there here now. Very, very few fortunate people are there in Chaitanya Charitamrita class. So, what is the takeaway lessons from today class? 10 minutes discussion. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand and unmute yourself. Yes, sir. Harish Narak Das Prabhu, please say what is the takeaway lessons from today?
For me, the takeaway would be, Prabhuji, Actually, firstly for me, I had to understand more about this bhakti rasa, the various bhakti rasas, the categories of the different rasas, the subcategories, and what are the examples of it. And we have discussed, the chantaras, the dasaras, all types of rasas we have discussed and with examples. But for me, the takeaway would be to understand this rasas of bhakti in more deeply. That will be my
Yes.
takeaway.
And plus, we have to understand entire spiritual world is filled with rasas. An entire material world is filled with three gunas. We are bounded by three modes of nature. And our nature is, we are forced by the three modes of nature. That is Rajogun, Tamogun, and Satogun. But in the spiritual, everybody is bounded by different rasas. Whether it is Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, Madhura rasa, huh? Veer rasa, Adbhuta rasa, huh? And Vibhatsa, Karuna, and Hasya. These all rasas are there. And this is where we also have to interact with the Lord. When we go in the spiritual world, we have to follow our Guru Parampara system. And we also have that one type of interaction in the spiritual world, which we have to practice over here. Any other important thing that we learned today?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
That is the Akshardham, and we are Kshara.
Yeah.
So we are bound with these three modes. And
Yes.
actually, if we are connected to the Lord of any of these rasas above Shantarasa, then
Yeah.
only the bhakti starts.
Yes. And anybody remembers which I have told one thing, that each and every rasa which is superior to previous rasa has the rasa, means if you see after Shant rasa comes Dasya rasa. So in Dasya rasa, Shant rasa is
Previous
already
rasa.
there.
Already there.
And
The
then from Dasya,
characteristics are there of the previous rasa.
yes, already there.
It's like
And
a
from that,
subset,
yes,
subset of the previous rasa.
yes,
So Madhurya includes all Vatsalya,
yes,
Dasya,
yes,
Shanta, and
yes,
what is
yes,
it?
yes. Very important thing to note that thing.
Yes. And the example of it is
Beautiful.
Balramji, who is
Yeah.
in the Madhurya Bhav, who has all the rasas.
Yes, he has all the rasas.
All the rasas.
He had become Angam, Ananga, Manjari also,
Manjari.
and he became Lakshman, Sheshanag. He became a Sakha also. He became, as a guardian of Lord while going in the forest. So he had been all rasas, Shanta rasa also, all the paraphernalias which are there. Mridanga is there, land is there, trees, means the Vastra is there, paraphernals of Lord. They are expansion of Balramji.
And probably the most important takeaway I feel is we have to reach that stage of prema
Yes,
to
at least prema.
experience any of the rasas. And of course, then beyond that, there are many other rasas, Sneha, Man, Pranay, Rag, Anurag, Bhav, and
Yeah,
Mahabhav
they are the maturity stage of prem.
of
It's the
prema.
mature.
And the
अभी
example of
अभी हम लोग
Shivji.
किधर फंसे मालूम है? हम लोग अनर्थ
हम
निवृत्ति
लोग
में
अनर्थ
फंसे.
निवृत्ति में ही घूम रहे हैं. वही कब होएगा पता नहीं प्रभु जी. मतलब still we are so much in the material world.
Yes.
Unbelievably in the
Yeah,
material.
we are still in the stage of anartha nivriti cleaning stage,
Anartha.
right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And I
We
don't
don't
know how
even.
much life we are going to be in this anartha nivriti stage,
Yes.
because long way to go in prema
ये तो
bhakti.
स्टोरी
Long,
टेल
long.
है प्रभु जी. स्टोरी है ये. स्टोरी टेल है ये सब हमारे लिए.
The experience will not come. We are just hearing the story just to inspire ourselves. Yes, one day we'll also have to interact with
Yes,
Lord in this
yes,
way.
of course. That should be the goal. But
Yes.
yes, we are so much stuck in the material world.
यस यस, हमारा वो रजोगुण तमोगुण और सत्वगुण में ही हमको उसमें उठापटक हो रही है हमारे भाव में.
Yes.
सुबह सत्वगुण होता है, दिन में रजोगुण होता है, रात को तमोगुण बन जाता है हमारा.
Yes, Prabhuji.
उससे ऊपर ही नहीं आ रहे हम लोग. What else is the takeaway? Anything else?
Prabhuji, here Lord is talking about a phrase or a word which is called sthai bhava, which
Sthai,
is
Anubhava and Vibhava.
yes. Yes. So when
Vishesha
you are
bhava.
yeah. So this is, you know, when more and more your love for Krishna increases and you're experiencing all the rasas, you know, and then you are attaining that ecstasy, continuous
Yes.
existence of ecstasy. It is called that sthai bhava.
Sthai bhava, yes. That is Sthai bhava.
Yes.
Then
And
it
then
becomes Anubhava. Then it becomes
yes.
Anubhava. Then it
Yes.
becomes Vibhava, Vishesha bhava.
Yes, Anubhava, and then there's another bhav also.
Vibhava, Vibhava.
Vibhava, yes, Vibhava and Anubhava. And
Yes,
then you
yes.
have all symptoms of those. In Anubhav, you have these various symptoms.
Yeah,
You know,
dancing, laughing,
13
jumping.
categories. Where,
Huh?
yes,
That
making
are the
loud
bhava.
noises, yawning, discharge of
Yes,
saliva.
yes. These are Anubhava.
This is
Pagal
all
ho
the
jate.
Anubhav.
We become little mad for the Lord. Huh?
Yeah. So,
लेकिन हम
Prabhuji,
लोग अभी
Chaitanya
we are
Mahaprabhu.
mad for material things. We are not
Yes.
mad for Krishna.
Yes.
And that is our biggest unfortunate thing that is happening in our life.
So did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, did he exhibit these bhav, this anubhav? I think he exhibited.
Anubhav, Vibhava also he exhibited. He is exhibiting all the lakshanas of the bhakti. And that's why the main purpose of Mahaprabhu is to show what is bhakti. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Any other? Okay, so now we can wind up. Kaustu Prabhu, any
Yes,
last words to say?
now we come under what category, whether Dasya or Sakhya or anything?
We are still under Dasya Bhava.
Dasya.
Yes, yes. We are in the first stage of Dasya Bhava. And now we are not Sakha. We are not in the Vatsalya Bhava. Or nor we are in the Madhuri Bhava. Huh? But we are still in the Dasya Bhava. And Lord also says, Das, Dasanu, Das. What we have to become?
Das.
Right?
Yes.
Hanumanji is the Dasya Bhava perfect example. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we can wind up.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.